Hi guys, happy Monday. It is Monday motivation, mindset, reset, whatever you want to call it, but it's a perfect day to kind of take maybe 10 minutes with me and think about where you're at in your mindset. So let me grab some friends really quick. Today I'm going to be talking about how an old idea can become a new beginning for you. And so I don't know where you're at. I don't know, if you're looking to start something new in your life or a new adventure, or you want to go back to a challenge that you have gone through and maybe you feel like you haven't been successful at it. Well, today I'm gonna dig deep with you. So let me just tag this on my page. Join us. Okay, here we go. All right. Hello. All right, we got one friend out there. Awesome. If you are here, give me a heart and a thumbs up that you're here, and I want you to cheer on and chat with me really quick. So I want to go flashback with you really quick, and I want to talk about old past things that have happened in my journey and kind of like an awakening that I had the other day. So let me tell you this amazing story. So in the garage, I had Andrea, a friend of mine, come and work out with us. And while we were in the garage, I started having flashbacks of how I met her and kind of our history together. And all of a sudden I realized that as Andrea and I were talking so let me tell you what happened to me 11 years ago. 11 years ago, I lost my teaching job. Hi, Gwen, what's up? Lost my teaching job. And I quickly pivoted and decided to get a TKB certification and teach kickboxing, okay? I'm gonna make the story 30 seconds, okay? So when I became a turbo kick instructor certified, I taught the classes on a playground. Well, guys, I didn't realize this, but I have Mary Fulton Fit right now, 11 years later, but 11 years back, it was almost like foreshadowing. So let me explain the really cool sequence here. So 11 years back, I started something called the Turbo Studio. It was only turbo kick workouts. I was the only instructor. It was on the playground in the morning. You could bring your kids in a stroller to the playground, and people got to know me as the playground lady. We were on the playground for 6 months. We moved to a ballet studio, then a Pilates studio, yada, yada. But at that time, I also hired a few instructors to help me. I hired a Zumba instructor, and I actually hired Andrea, and her and I did a fun event, the Turbo Studio event, like on a blacktop. I made tank tops called I Love Turbo Kick. And it's really funny because when you go back and you think to some of your old memories, and I don't know if you carry like an old notebook or something with you, but please stay with me to the end of this because I really want to share it with you because it's my own personal experience, but I think it's going to help you. So I started something on a playground with a name and a website, the Turbo Studio. I had some little instructors working with me, not little instructors, I had instructors working for me. But all of a sudden I realized that I was kind of stuck. And the reason why I was stuck is because I only knew Turbo Kick. I didn't have like a background in kinesiology. I wasn't like a personal trainer per se. And I also didn't have like all the tools in my bag yet. And so what I did is at 24 ended up starting to train me in a whole bunch of things. And so I kind of decided, you know what, I'm going to put this Turbo Studio on hold and I'm going to just start working for the gym. And then it was 10 years of great. I learned so much being an instructor there. I got so many classes and education, and they trained me to be a trainer as well. So that helped my growth. But I want to tell you like the changes here, because I began just quickly, lost my job, pivoted into this new, like really new adventure of fitness. And so what that took me on the road was to today. And so Andrea came to the garage on Friday and I had this epiphany. I said, wow, it was almost like the Turbo Studio was a foreshadowing moment of what was to come in the future. I didn't feel quite ready at the time. Could I have continued to push through and did more stuff on the playground? Yes, I really think so. Cliff, can you please stop? Cliff, please stop. And could I have done those things? Yes, but I chose not to, and that's okay. It's part of the journey. I learned a lot during my time at 24, and I'm still there. But I got a lot of tools in my bag, and it prepared me for today. So now here we are. I pivoted again, right? Like, let's go virtual. I did free classes for the last year and a half. And then in October of last year, I launched MFF, like the platform, my channel. And in the meantime, I started a clothing line just kind of for fun too. Again, like join my fun challenge. Let's call it the MF quarantine. Join the push-up challenge. And so I started building clothing, and which is one of the things that I truly love to do. And so I'm coming with you with the story because I think it's going to help somebody else out there who maybe lost their job, who maybe you feel lost right now and you're not sure that you are doing the thing that you love or you're passionate about. But what I want to share with you is that you may have many passions and many talents and skills. And sometimes some of your skills that you're using aren't exactly the most passionate place, but you can develop a career or do something with it in the moment and truly enjoy it, and then keep growing to get to the place where you get to do what you're super passionate about as well. And so I wanted to kind of come in that moment and just tell you, like 10 years in the making, your old ideas sometimes are the new beginnings of where you need to be now. Last year, I did a Tony Robbins challenge, and it was this weekend that I went and I really I had to pivot again. I was injured. So tomorrow, Alicia is going to come on live because tomorrow, July 20th, is Sexy Alicia's anniversary where she joined me. And that created a whole nother pivot. And we're going to talk about that at a different time. But that moment where, I was hurt and thought, how am I going to continue to lead fitness classes when I can't jump and I can't move very well? It's called pivoting. And I feel very blessed that in my lifetime I've been able to pivot. But I want to say that testament to my grandpa who came from Russia over here to Argentina during a really, really dark time where 750,000 people were killed during the purge in Russia. And they went on boats to get to Argentina for freedom, to have a new life. And then my dad was born there, met my mom, and he came all the way here to the US for opportunity, and he got it. He loved it here with all of his heart. He felt so blessed to live in America. He started a furniture business, came over here with barely any English, and was able to start a new business with his brother. But it took hard work. There were times where my family didn't have a lot to eat. And so a lot of times when we start a new business or something new, we think that we're going to have it all together and then it's all just going to happen at one time and boom, right? Especially now with media, we can think, oh my gosh, that kid, he got 1 million followers from one video and he's just booming, right? But at the end of the day, growing a true following, a true brand, or growing in good habits, say you lost 100 pounds right away, but you couldn't stick to it. That doesn't really, it's not that it doesn't count, but it's not that growth. You want that slow, stable growth that you're learning and growing. So knowing that no matter what you're going after, whether you're trying to start a new job or you're trying to, maybe you have children and you're trying to work through that, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's your health, it's going to have challenges. And those challenges are the opportunity to grow. And there's going to be moments to pivot. So listen, lost my teaching job, teaching credential. Certified to teach up to 8th grade. Lost my teaching job. What did I do? I went into the fitness world. I'm going to teach TKB on the playground. Then at 24. Then I pivoted again. The world shut down. Oh, what am I going to do? I'm not going to sit around. I'm going to turn on the iPad and start doing classes for people, which turned into my now business, right? And the other day I was signing my tax papers and it said president. It said president at the bottom. And I was like, president? And my tax guy's like, yeah, you need to sign your name here, Miss President. So I signed my name. And with that came a lot of responsibility though, right? Because I am the owner of Mary Fulton Fit. So a lot of responsibility falls on me. It is also a really cool experience and moment. But that means that I carry a lot of different burdens and things that I need to do, and challenges that I've endured to get to be the president. So last year during Tony Robbins, we had to pivot, change. That's when Alicia came. And I wanted to tell you this really amazing tool that I did. Thank you for the hearts. I hope you're hanging on there with me. The clarity tool. So I've been doing a new Tony Robbins Dean Graziosi challenge, and this one is on helping me develop my tools and my skills and really figuring out where my talents are. And so I'm gonna do these, it's called 7 levels deep. So I wanted to share this with you and then share one more thing with you today. But this little questionnaire was awesome because it makes you think really deeply about your why. So I'm gonna do it with you right now. Whoever's out there listening, get your paper and just kind of do this with me. I'm gonna ask you this question over and over again. We're gonna get 7 levels deep. By the time you get to the 6th or 7th, you may have this moment that's like an emotional kick, because at the end of the day, whatever drives you for the thing that you're going for, your goal, it really can't be that surfacey thing that you initially think it is. It's usually a really, really deep rooted thing. And when you find it in this moment of 7 levels deep, is when you really can connect and figure out where you're going. So it goes like this. This is like, it helps you shift your mindset. So I'm going to ask you guys this because for me, it was for business that I was doing it. So it says, what is important to you about hey guys, shh, I'm doing a live. Can you guys go outside? Wait, sorry, I gotta tell. All right. What is important to you about becoming successful? So I'm going to answer mine. Okay, you're going to answer yours. What is important to you maybe it's to lose weight. Okay, and I want you to answer. And if you want to share it in the box, you can. And I have my own business and help my family. Okay, that's my level 1. Why is it important to you? So why is it important to you to lose weight, if that's what you put, or to heal from a relationship? Or I put, for me, to have freedom and enjoy our lives as a family. So that's why I want to have my own business, so that I have some freedom and I can enjoy life how I'd like to on my own schedule. Why is that important to you? So then I have to keep digging deeper. And I put, my dad worked so hard, I want to give back for all his sacrifices. So I know that my grandpa came here from Russia and sacrificed his life for freedom. He went to Argentina, sacrificed his life he's fighting for his life. And then my dad came over. I need you guys to go, please. My dad came over from Argentina here to start and have opportunity, because there was an opportunity in Argentina. And he gave up being in his own country, his own language, his own culture to come here. And then, why is that so important to you? He wanted a better life, and I want to reap more of what he's already sown, is what I put. Why is that important to you? So we're digging deeper. Why is that important to you? Now, I'm going to answer mine to give you the example, but I want you to do it on the other side. So we're already at 5 levels deep of why is that important to you. I put, I want to make my dad proud. My dad died when I was 16, and I always hang on to him, and he wasn't there for a lot of things, but like, I want to make him proud, you know? And I want to show him that for all his sacrifices, it was worth it. Everything he sacrificed to come here, that I can bless my children and my children's children and so on and so forth with the legacies that he brought. Specifically, why is this important to you? So this is the next level. We're at level 6. And I put, he didn't limit himself, and I want to push past the limits like he did, but more. And I want to keep going. And then number 7, it says, why is it important to you? And I thought about all the times that my dad, he struggled with some depression and stress. And I watched him sit in the garage. He would smoke a cigarette, just like a puff of smoke, and the dog wagging his tail. I can still envision it through the garage because we wouldn't let him smoke in the house because we didn't want to smell. But I watched him work so hard and toil, but he didn't completely get to reap from it, and he left us too soon. And so for me, I just put, I don't want to be a slave to work. I want to be able to enjoy my work and enjoy life and take it everywhere. I want to breathe life and energy. And like today, I left and I just went to the beach. I told my kids, you know what, it's really hot, and they were complaining. I was like, you know what, get in the car, let's go to the beach. Let's just go and jump in. That's part of my brand. That is part of the mindset. And because I've grown my own business, I have the capability of doing that and then coming back to work and doing what I need to do, but still being able to just live and be alive and feel it. But you guys, when I finish answering all these 7 levels so deep, why is it important to you? Why is it so important to you? This is what came up to me. I started bawling like a baby when I figured it out. And I put freedom. And I realized that is what freedom in all different, facets. Like, to be able to have your own business, you have the freedom to choose how you want to run your business, what is part of your business, what it represents, how you want to represent it, when you want to do it, when you don't want to do it, what you want to include in it. And I include my faith in it because that's what's important to me. And that's what my grandpa stood for. That's why he left Russia in 1938 for freedom, for their life, to flee that dictatorship that was there. And we're seeing so many ugly things going on around the world right now, and he fought for freedom. My dad also he took that freedom to the next level and said, I want to do better for my family. He was a shoe shiner. And so he's like, I'm going to start a business to provide more for my family, to be able, so that my girls don't have to shine shoes. I didn't have to shine shoes. I had to work hard, but not quite as hard as he did. And so that was my eye-opening moment. And so I would love for you to do this with whatever goal you have. It's called 7 layers deep, 7 levels deep, and it's the clarity tool. And it really is just, what is important to you about becoming successful, or about whatever your goal is, right? And then you basically just say, why is it important to you every step of the way until you get to level 6? Why is it specifically important to you? And then one more time, why is it important to you? And you'll see that you'll get to a moment of clarity. You need to write it down, and it really works. I didn't think it was going to work, and then I did it yesterday and I started crying like a baby and realized why I really wanted to do that. So maybe you're out there struggling in a relationship. Maybe you're struggling with your business. Maybe you're struggling with, you don't know what to do with yourself right now. You feel really lost and confused in this time. Maybe it's about your faith. Maybe it's about your weight and health. But if you use this tool, it's going to help you dissect why. Because at the end of the day, I want to lose weight because I want to be healthy. But there might be more to it than what you're really saying. And I want to be successful so that I have stability. So everybody is taken care of in my family, right? That's I want to leave a legacy. That's an easy answer. But when you start digging deep, do you see the roots of where my passion is coming from? It's deeper than, I just want to make extra money and, become popular on media. That's not what I want. I don't want to go viral. I'm really scared of that because there's a lot of mean things out there. And I think if you do go viral, then it's like a lot of stuff happens at the same time, and I don't know that I'm ready for that. But like, this is why I'm here. This is one reason that drives me. The things that my grandpa and my dad stood for, their faith, freedom, love, hard work, those beautiful things right there that they stood for. And so taking that and knowing like that's going to help me drive, that helps my drive and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and making my dad proud and taking his legacy to the next place for my children, for my children's children. And really at the end of the day, you know, when we're not here anymore, we do leave a mark. We do. We leave a mark of our love and the things that we taught the people around us. And that is really important. And that's what they left to me. It wasn't that my grandpa and dad left me millions of dollars, and say they did, it would probably be gone already, right? But they left me these beautiful, tokens of representing and fighting for your life, for your freedom, for your passions. And it's powerful when you think about it. And if you read about the Russia in 1938, it's really, really scary. And I know that there's stories about them coming on boats here to survive. And so for those of you that have stayed with me this long, I just wanted to take you through that and hope that helps give you clarity on what you want to do, but why you want to do it. Because at the end of the day, if what drives you, it could even be a negative thing that drives you at first, but when you identify the drive, you're able to do more because now you know why you're there. You just didn't sit down to really pull it out of you, right? It could be that you want to lose weight, but there's like something hidden in there, something painful that you don't want to dig into, but that's the root of it, and digging into that. But when we dig into those, dig to that level 7, I found a lot of clarity, and it helped me. It's going to help me with my brand, with my family, and with my mindset to keep going, because things are hard when you're doing a business. But I want to share one more thing with you. So let's go back. I told you at the beginning of my video, if you were here, that 11 years ago, I was doing the Turbo Studio, felt like a foreshadowing of what is today. And then about 5 years ago, I was doing like Beachbody stuff. And that led me to live videos and challenges, which was foreshadowing and continued to build who I am today. See, it didn't just happen in a year. It's really been happening for a long time. And I want to share something else really, really cool with you guys. So today I was thinking, okay, there's so much more to Mary Fulton Fit than just fitness, right? It's faith, it's mindset, nutrition. There's a lot of pieces I want to develop, and the fashion, because I love fashion. But one of them is that I struggle with like staying focused, and like I have to make notes, and I like to be organized. Love organization. It keeps me sane, helps me stay on task. And if you give me a checklist, I will annihilate that checklist. But without a checklist, I become a little bit scatterbrained and I'm a little bit crazy. So 5 years ago, I went through a dark time 5 years ago. Here's this beautiful butterfly in memory of a beautiful friend who passed from cancer. Metamorphosis, complete change. I went through a dark time, and I shut down all my Beachbody and social media for 2 years. Some personal stuff going on, and I lost my voice, learned a lot of being still, and in that time, I started making an organizer. So I know this looks like a mess, but I need to tell you, sometimes in your darkest moments, when you're in a lot of pain, and you're trying to figure things out, which way to go, left, right, and you're not sure, upside down, I created an organizer. And look at my cheesy notebook, all right? It says, and it's got Bible verses because I wanted those on there because I wanted to read them every day and fill my heart with God's word. It says, for I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength, Philippians 4:13, and be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go, Joshua 1:9. And that's on my door. But this was really cool. Ready? So I created my own version of what I needed as a daily planner. I just couldn't seem to find the right daily planner, you guys, that worked for me and all the things I wanted in it. So I made the to-dos and the timestamps starting at 4 a.m. because I wake up really early. And I added some other pages. I'm just going to kind of show you my doodles here. Because I typed it up. It wasn't perfect, but I just typed it up so I could use it. And like my water intake, my food, you know, a quote or a reflection, maybe a Bible verse of the day. And then a crazy scatterbrain thought that I had. And then I also added in here, hold on, I'm looking for it. 2 seconds. I think it's towards the back because it's all out of order. Here it is. This is how it starts. So it actually begins with the days of the week. And so you plan your meals, and then also you put your shopping list and you can take it with you to the store. And then it has your main goal for that day. And then your to-dos for that day to kind of support this main goal. So maybe that main goal is, you know, I really need to reorganize today. So, you know, reorganize the drawer, you know, check my inbox, whatever. I'm just giving you examples. And then your health goals, fitness, nutrition, maybe a spiritual quiet time that you had, a little doodle. And then also weekly highlights, because I struggled with trying to make sure that, I still do, that, you know, I have a date night. Geez, I forget about those. A family time night, scheduling it in, sports, school functions, friends, personal, and service. A time to serve somebody. You know, if you don't schedule it, you don't plan it, it won't happen. And so this was my planner. And then in between, since I didn't have calendars, I kind of grabbed this and put little calendars in. And then I found a chore list. I want to show that to you. I don't know where it went, but there's like a chore list on Mondays, you clean the windows and the sink and the drawers, right? Tuesdays, you do this and that. And it just helps you like really reorganize your mind. And I used it for a while, and then I don't know what happened. I kind of backed away from it. But I found the name of my organizer, what it was going to be called. I'm not going to tell you yet. And all the different branches of it, because it wasn't only going to be for just one. It was going to start with one, but then it was going to specialize in different types of women. Like, I don't want to tell you the names, but, you know, like, you know, if it's a fitness girl, right? Or, you know, maybe a very social person or a fitness instructor or like, you know, a meal prepping person. So I was going to target different types of people, the businesswoman, the stay-home mom version, right? Like, and so as I did this clarity tool and some of the stuff that they were talking about, he was telling us, okay, so what are you going to develop next? It was a challenge. And I was thinking, oh, well, maybe I'll do a nutritional thing. Maybe I'll do, and then I realized, I pulled this out today as I was talking with my friend, and I'm all about working on our mindset. But if your mind is a mess, you can't have a good mindset. And for me, the biggest thing, if I don't stay on schedule, I don't get it done. And it's okay if it doesn't get done in one day, but if you have it on the list, it's going to eventually get done. You're going to eventually have a date night. You're going to eventually do a service for somebody because it's there. Otherwise, you're letting time just control you. And I got so excited today because I decided I'm gonna redesign this, and I'm going to create my very first planner organizer for my brand. And I thought, this is the next step of MFF. Now, last year, if you would have told me all of this, number one, I couldn't even wrap my head around starting a channel, going live, and now I'm doing it live, and I've got all these crazy buttons I'm pushing and doing all this crazy stuff that I would never, ever dreamed of. Having fitness line, but now I'm going to the next step. I'm gonna start an organizer. It's gonna have gratitude in it. It's gonna have so many beautiful things that I've learned along the way. And so I wanted to share all of this with you because this is my story, but I want my story to help you. Because you may be sitting where I was 10 years ago, or you may be sitting where I was 5 years ago or 1 year ago. Like, I want to encourage you, keep going, keep pushing through, keep believing in your dreams, write them down, make them happen. I was like, I can't believe I did all this. And you know what? I did it in a really, really hard time in my life. Sometimes when we're going through our hardest moments, we become most creative. We strive differently, we think differently, we breathe differently because we're underwater and we feel like we're in survival, and so we need it. But I just thought, wow, Mary 5 years ago came up with this, and she didn't use it for anything. She didn't think she's gonna start her own organizer, you know? Like, really? Guess what? I'm gonna start my own planner. I am. I'm gonna take it to the next step. And so I'm gonna redesign it. I'm gonna figure this out. So I really want you to stay tuned for this. But my caption today was, an old idea can be the start of a new beginning. So don't let go of your old ideas. Those old ideas are part of the building blocks of who you are. And write all your ideas down. That's why all these amazing, successful people say, write it down. Write your dreams down. Write the big ones, the little ones, everything. Write it all down. These guys say it all the time. And we get lazy and we don't want to write it down. Write it down. Shalene Johnson says, write them all down. Jill, what's her name? Natalie Jill says, write them all down. These people are doing something for a reason. They didn't start up at the top, but they began, and then they did one step at a time, just like I have. And I wrote it down, and I made it happen. Like, I made a little step of it happen. So guess what? Now it's here for me. I already have the skeleton of what I want. It's not going to take me a whole bunch of work to develop the next beautiful part of it and creating it and making it what I really want it to be. And then asking you, what do you think? What would you add? What would you take away? How can I make it better for you? And so your old idea can become your new beginning. So bring out your old ideas. And if you've never written them down, write them down now. The future you will thank you for it. This Mary Fulton is so grateful for that Mary Fulton. And that Mary Fulton's really grateful for the one who decided to get that TKB certification, to sign up for it. Sign up for it. Sometimes you just got to sign up for it. Sign up for the course. Stop waiting. Sign up for the whatever. Or you really like somebody, tell them you like them. Just do it. Like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? We may not be here tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow is National Jump In Day. Can you believe that there is a day that's called Jump In Day? What I love the most about it is that Alicia jumped into my channel on National Jump In Day. And tomorrow we are going to celebrate Alicia's anniversary. We're also going to work out on the beach in Sunset Beach, California. And I would love for you guys to be there live with us, or live stream it, or watch it on demand. It's in my shop at maryfultonfit.shop. And it's just called Just Jump In Workout Day. It's $10. You can come live, and then you get to keep the workout. It's yours to keep. You can go back and watch it. It's going to be a fun beach boot camp workout, 5:30 p.m. And for those crazies that want to just jump in with me, you know we're going to do it. Only for the ones that want to. But I just want to challenge you today. If you didn't get to watch this whole thing, please go back and watch it. I learned a lot from these guys, and they have really amazing knowledge. And if I can pass just a little bit of it to you, it's going to go a long way. It's helped me a lot in the last year. And so don't forget that the old ideas can be your new beginnings. Don't give up on your dreams. I'm not just a dreamer here either. You know, dreamers get such a bad rap. Like, we're just dreaming all the time. Well, but if you're a dreamer and you put it on paper and you start to make it happen and then you start doing it, then you're not a dreamer anymore. You're a dream maker. A dream maker. I consider myself very blessed to be here, to be on this channel, to be in this country, to live and breathe here in 2021. And I want to thank you so much for taking time to watch this. I really hope and pray that something from this will strike something in you. Please share it with me, email me, put it in the comments. Let me know if I've helped you in any way, or if you need some help, you want more, you want to know more about this. I'll help you. I would love to help you, or I'll do more mindset motivations on it. I am here. Keep pushing. The old ideas are your new beginnings. They really are. And there's layers to you. You're not just one thing. I'm not just a teacher, just a mom, or just a fitness instructor, or just love fashion. Guys, we have a lot of talents and we can use them. And we have a lot of stories. Stories of battling things and coming through, stories of being defeated, hurting, and dark times. All these parts of you are what make you who you are today. And they can help the next person. Might just be sharing a dark story that's going to help somebody get out of their dark time. Or sharing your light-hearted, battle-pushing story and sharing the deliverance in that with somebody that's going to help them push and be their best versions of themselves. So just want to encourage you and be a dream maker. Write it down, schedule it, make it happen. I see a beautiful comment here. Thank you so much. It says you've come a long way. Keep pushing forward. Worked out with you this morning. 10/20/20 MF Fit. Thank you. Oh, an October one. Ooh, I love it. Yay. Well, check us out and come join us for Just Jump In tomorrow. Grab it in the shop, you guys. Thanks so much. And I also have the resistance band. May the MFF force be with you. But we have the resistance challenge. I got new resistance bands. You guys can buy those in the shop and be put into our challenge. If you're not on Facebook, no worries. The challenge is also on my channel, so you can watch it whenever you want to when it begins in August. So hopefully you guys will join those. Thanks so much for your support. Please share, put a like, put something in the comments. God bless you. Stronger together, mind, body, and soul. See you soon.